Okay, now it's recording.
She broke my mod. See? Can I have some juice? Alright, what's up, vape fam? So we're gonna, today I want to go over a couple of things about this tank. I did a review a while back, kind of explained that it's capable of pushing 200 watts. Today I want to show you how to do it because I've heard that it's gotten a lot of really bad reviews, and I think that a lot of that is just people don't know how to properly wrap this thing. So, and again, this is for the MT mutation rebuildable tank atomizer by Indulgence. So the way that this tank works is, like all tanks, it has a little bit of a vacuum, and so if you use that vacuum to your advantage, you don't necessarily have to fill the juice channels with wick. I know all of the reviews that I've heard about or have seen report that you have got to fill this with wick, otherwise it'll leak all over the place, and again, that's not true. So let's get into it and I will show you what's up. So if you're going to use this method, what you have to understand is that it's a top fill. So when you uncap it at the top, you release that vacuum, which will allow for whatever juice is in the tank to start flowing into the deck, and obviously it'll flood all over the place. So when you fill it through the top, simply close off the airflow, fill it quickly, and then cap it, and then hit it immediately. Because when you cap it, you create a lot of energy on the inside of the tank. Or, I'm sorry, not energy. You create a lot of pressure on the inside of the tank that forces the liquid out into the deck and through your airflow, and then you have a mess and it's leaking. So vape it out real quick, release a ton of that pressure, and life is good. You get this out. And, so we'll go ahead and we'll pause the video now, and then when we get back to it, I'll be wicking it up and show you, two different methods that you can use. Alright, so we ended up having to put another build on it. So what I have here is 10 rep 24 gauge, just duals, real simple. You can see I've already started on one of the modes that I was talking about. Basically what I'm going to be doing is taking little chunks of cotton and stopping up the deck. And what that will do is effectively create a reservoir for the juice without clogging up the deck. But we don't have to have a ton of it in there. So you just want a little bit, and you just want enough that it'll stop the free flow of juice from running through this channel. Now you don't have to do this. That's the other mode. You don't have to do this because of the vacuum that the tank creates. Once you fill it and cap it and start hitting it, you can actually vape the pressure out. However, if you do that mode, it's you're doing that so that you can get up to like 200 watts on the tank. If you do that and you tip your tank sideways, it will leak. There's no way around that because it's a completely wide open deck. If you do this, you don't have to worry about it leaking at all. And it won't pour juice out on you when you're filling it. It's honestly, it's not even really necessary to close off your airflow when you're filling it in this mode. Versus the other mode, you've got to close off the airflow, make it quick, blah blah blah. So we'll just finish this up and I will show you how she works. So this is coming out to about a 0.4. I have had a 0.2 on this and it does vape nicely. But it was tearing up my wick in a couple of days. I'm not really good with that. So when you're putting this cotton in there, you want to make sure that it's not above your airflow, because if it is, it'll actually just help your tank to leak. So keep it below the airflow. Keep it pulled back, that way you can actually have a reservoir in there. If it's all the way out here and hanging out through the wicking ports, then you're kind of being counterproductive. Definitely don't want that. Now for the last part, we're gonna cut our wick really short. I don't want my wick to drop down into the wicking well. Because when you do that, when you actually pack that well full of wick, you actually inhibit the flow. You can't really burn too high of a wattage at that point. It's just not a comfortable vape. No 5-6 second draws, you know what I mean? So you can see I barely have any wick coming through. I just want enough that it'll actually drop down. It's right about where the threads are at. See, right about where the threads are at, and not down into here. Alright, so that's the finished product, and what you have is a nice reservoir inside of here. The wick coming off of the coil should just be right at the top of here, to just to pull the liquid in nicely, and you don't have to worry about laying it on its side and having it leak, because you have the wick backing that channel in there. And again, if you're looking for a stupid high wattage build, you don't have to put that wick in there, but don't lay it down on its side. When you fill it up, close your airflow off, uncap it, fill it, cap it, and start hitting on it really quick in order to suck all that excess pressure out, and you'll be fine. So we'll fill it up, and then Johnny will start vaping on it, and we'll record that soon. Final product. Let me see the tank while you're ripping on it. I want to show them the bubble. Yeah, we're done.
Okay, now I have to have Jackie clock on, and she wasn't working today.
So there it is. The MT-RTA, if it'll focus.